Alabama. But it's a common plant, especially from Coleman out towards the Bankhead. You know, you get up in our part of the state towards Gadsden, you just don't ever see them. And if you look at the one behind you, you can see the fruit pods on it, where the seeds are going to come out. Looks just like a southern magnolia almost, doesn't it? That's because this is just a deciduous cousin to the southern magnolia. Blooms look very similar, except they can be this big. You know, they're huge, gorgeous, gorgeous tree. The bark on this, where's the manager? Where'd you go? Over here. I guess I can take small samples, right?
Certainly.
Oh, okay.
That's our most.
In other words, don't pick out here unless you got permission. This is one, if you'll notice though, a lot of these trees, they have lots of little branches and trees coming up. Those are coppicing. That's their growth habit. So actually you won't hurt it doing that. But if you...
Don't do.
Take this, and as it goes down, smell the bark where I scraped it off, and you can smell the little chemicals in it. This is one of the best anti-inflammatories you can find. If somebody's got arthritis, I put them on this, and the first thing I'll try on this and cucumber tree bark, prickly ash, and usually in just a few days they start to get a lot of relief from it. It's got a real definite odor to it that you can't mistake for anything else. And that's one of the ways the old-timers, among other ways to learn herbs, was by taste and touch and feel. So, for example, if you ate something that was bitter, it was considered a liver stimulant, a liver tonic. The more bitter it was, the better it was for you, because it worked on your liver, which controlled all the other organs in your body, and that would make you better. If it was salty, it would have another effect. If it was sweet, it would have another effect. So if you were out in the woods and you just happened to break a branch of a tree, and you smelled it or tasted it, and it had a certain taste or odor, it gave you an idea of what area of things it might be good for. And this is considered a bitter tonic, even though it's not really real bitter. But as soon as you take a bitter tonic, such as this, for example, you'll start to salivate, produce saliva. And when you do, that starts the process of digestion in your body. You'll release a chemical called tyalin, which breaks down simple sugars. You release gastric juices, pancreatic juices for breaking down proteins, etc., etc. And so it makes your food digest better. And if you go to Walmart, I guess they still have, they had a herbal supplement called Relacor for losing body fat on women, especially from around the middle. They said it was good because it worked on the stress hormones that cause weight gain. And the main ingredient in it is this right here. It's the bark, the inner bark. It's hard to get out of China, but it's the exact same tree. Because we think that because we're in America, that the plants we have here aren't the same as other countries, and that's not true. Depending on where you go, if you're at the same latitude, same distance from the equator, you'll find a lot of the same plants. So if you go down to South America, hit Argentina and southern Chile, you'll start to see big groves of hardwood oaks and beech trees and things like that, and pines. And the closer you get to the equator, it's just like going to Florida. You get more tropical looking things. And this is very common in parts of China. But it is real good because it works on the stress hormones. So this is one of those plants that's like a thermos. You know, keeps hot things hot, cold things cold. Well, how does it do it? It just knows. If you need to lose weight, this will help you lose weight because it works on the stress hormones and it works on the liver, makes you digest your food better. If you need to gain weight, it helps you gain weight because it helps you digest your food better. You get all the vitamins and nutrients out of it. So it helps regulate things. This would be what's called a decoction. That's where, since it's a bark, you boil it. You can also use it as a tincture, soaked in drinking alcohol. But this works real good as a decoction boiled in water. And it's not, even though it's considered a bitter tonic, it's not one of the more bitter herbs. It's not bad. And there's several varieties of it. Some have smaller leaves, some have the bigger leaves, but they all lose their leaves in the fall.